All of these companies have one thing in common. They want the person that they're sponsoring to bring something to the table, but you're making me buy your product and make you money. That is not a partnership. YouTube family, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time, please make sure you lock it in, subscribe to the channel. We do a lot of car related things on here, and you're in the right place for car related things. So go ahead, subscribe to the channel and lock it in. Give a special thanks to everyone that has already done that. Thank y'all so much. But we're not going to hold you too long. Let's go ahead and get into the topic of today's video. So I get a lot of questions and stuff like in DMs, things of that nature. And just to kind of give you some background, if you've been following the channel for some time, then you know there's certain brands and companies that I work with as far as when it comes to my YouTube channel, my social media, and things of that nature. And a lot of people, ask me, like, how did I work with this brand, or how do I work with this brand, and all that type of stuff. So I want to talk about the sponsorship stuff. I want to talk about if you're out there and you have a Charger, Challenger, Camaro, Mustang, truck, car, it don't matter. If you have any type of vehicle and you're looking to get into, partnering with different companies on your build and things like that, I'm gonna talk through what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing, to land those particular sponsors and build that relationship with these brands out here. If you've been following the channel, I do work with a couple of brands, that I back fully, especially CarLock has been a huge supporter of the channel. I'm a huge supporter of their product. I will talk about the product because I'm very big on car security. So that's why I really plug their product. I really believe in it and things of that nature. And I also work with Dyna Performance. They got me some stuff as well. I'm kind of in the talks with some other brands as well. We're gonna see how that plays out as far as what they got going on. But let's go into a little bit more detail about how do you get a good partnership with a good brand. So first thing I want to say this, I know a lot of people, they jump in, they get a new car, and the first thing they say is I want sponsorships. I want sponsorships. I want brands to reach out to me and want to work with me and give me free stuff and all that type of stuff. Now I'm going to say this, just buying a car and just having a car isn't enough to have a brand want to work with you fully. If your expectation is that you get the car and they're going to give you free stuff for you to promote, you probably got some wrong expectation. No brand is really going to just, for the most part, just jump out there, just sponsor somebody that has a car just because. A lot of brands are not going to work with you in that nature. Now I'm going to get into, towards the end of the video, I'm gonna get into some things to look out for, some scams out there. You're really gonna have to do some legwork yourself. You're gonna have to build a name for yourself. More than likely, not more than likely, but you are gonna have to do some stuff, come out of pocket on your car yourself. You can't just depend on a company to go out here and just give you money or give you free products just because you said you're gonna post their name on social media and things like that. So, one of the things you will have to do here, if you're looking to get sponsored by a company and have that working relationship with them, but one of the things you should be doing is having, an active social media profile that you're doing a lot on, right? You need to be, really active in it, whether it's TikTok, YouTube, Facebook page, Instagram, any of that. You need to be active on there every day. Open profile, it can't be private. A lot of these companies, or all these companies, don't want a private social media page. There's no way that you can fully engage with everybody and anyone can engage with you if your page is private. So the next question is if you got to have a social media presence, how many followers you need, how many subscribers do you need for brands to start noticing you and things like that? Well, to be honest, I don't think it's really a set number, right? It's really just more about your engagement, getting people to kind of recognize your page, recognize what you got going on, getting traffic, to your page and things like that. And these companies understand the power of social media. They understand that they can have a company can have their own social media platform, but if they can partner with someone that has equal or larger following, they can reach more people and reach people that they potentially can't reach through their own profile. For example, if they give you a product, they know people will come to you and ask you about the product and where you get it from, and you can give them real life testimony of how well the product works versus the people that work at the company or running the social media page, they probably can't do that. So I feel like when it comes to Instagram, you probably need way more than 1,000. I'm not saying that's not an accomplishment, but when it comes to trying to work with the brand and get sponsorships and partnerships and things like that, 1,000, you're gonna need way more than that. All of these partnerships and sponsorships and stuff like that, like all of these companies have one thing in common. They want the person that they're sponsoring to bring something to the table. And if you have like 1,000 followers while this company has 100,000, like what are you bringing to the table, right? They already have a large following. So you really got to start, building up your brand yourself. Really start, being active on Instagram, being active on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, whatever it is, whatever platform of your choice, being active on it, posting, doing content as often as possible. I suggest something every day, but that is kind of the start of what you need to do if you want some company to say, hey, we want to work with you on your build. So now you got your following up, you get some traction on your social media and things like that. Now, how do you take that next step into getting like a sponsorship? Now, I would say this, and I said this at the beginning of the video, if you go into this thinking that a sponsor is just gonna see your car and be like, let's give you everything you want for free, you have some pretty unrealistic expectations. So you're gonna have to come out of pocket and do things to your car yourself. That shows a lot of these companies, depending on what you're after, that you're serious about building your car. Like if you wanna get performance sponsorships, you're gonna have to do some performance mods yourself. And once companies see that you're serious about building your car's performance, they're gonna say, hey, okay, we see what you got going on, let us be a part of that. Or if you're doing cosmetic stuff, you're gonna have to do a lot of things on your own. Like for me, I didn't like set out on this to get sponsorships. I'm thankful for each one that I get, but going into it, I'm prepared to buy my own parts for my car because that's what I want to do anyway. Now, a company wants to join in on that journey of things I'm doing to my car, I welcome you aboard as long as it is a product that I truly believe in myself. And let's get more into that. Now, you got your following, you got your car ready, and you got sponsors, or companies wanting to reach out and partner with you. Now, here's the part where a lot of people don't really talk about. Once you get your sponsorship, depending on what is being sponsored, it's some work to keep it and make them happy, right? Like I said, these companies are reaching out because you have a following, they have something, or you have something that people recognize. They want, some of that advertisement that you can provide. So depending on your sponsorship, you're going to have to do some things to make them happy, whether it is posting about them regularly, whether it is cutting promo videos for them, whether it is, depending on how big some sponsorships are, you maybe have to travel and go certain places and have obligations to be certain places just so their product is seen. Here's an example. Let's say with your car, you get a huge sponsorship with a wheel company. Now, if you get into a point where you get a sponsorship with a wheel company, that means your car is already show ready and it's pretty much got everything done to it, and they want to be a part of what you got going on so they can get their name recognized more. Now, if you have a show car like that, you get a sponsorship of that level, keep in mind, now it's pretty high stakes. They're going to give you, maybe not give, you're probably going to get a pretty big discount on some wheels. I was talking with someone that had a wheel sponsorship, and they got like the wheels at like, maybe it's like $4,000 wheels. They probably got them for like $1,000 or something like that. Something real cheap. They still have to pay, but it's a huge discount. But they had it in a contract where they had to go to certain shows or a certain amount of events a year, right? If you get to that level, then you're probably already doing that type of thing, but that's something to think about. You get to a level where you get a big sponsorship, you're gonna have big responsibilities as well. Same thing if you get one with a wrap company. This company wraps your car, they probably want your car at different events and shows to show off their work. So be prepared for that type of stuff as well. I want to discuss some of the ugly sides of sponsorships, like some things that people don't really talk about. And I hope no one out there, gets played like this or anything like that. I see a lot of times people get really anxious. They get really excited to have some big company reach out to them that wants to sponsor them. Notice I did that, sponsor them. And they jump on some sponsor. Now, to me, when it comes to a sponsorship, I'm gonna explain what a BS sponsorship is. It's when both people involved are going to get some sort of benefit of the product or what's going on, right? Or whatever kind of deal you have in place. If you have a company that reaches out to you and say they will offer you 10% off their product and a discount code that you can give to your followers, or they say, we will sponsor you, go to our website, select the product, and let us know what you select, and buy it and things like that. If any company comes to you only saying they want to give you 10% off, which honestly a lot of companies have 10% deals off a lot, or they saying go buy a product from us first and then we'll do some sort of sponsorship, to me that is not a sponsorship. That is more it's not a sponsorship, it's not a partnership. To me, they're treating you like a customer, right? That you shouldn't have to go and buy something from them for them to sponsor you. If they really want to work with you, they'll work with you, right? If they really want you to have their product and believe in you and your reach, that they can help, that you can help make their product better, they're not going to just give you only 10% off. Let's be real. Companies give 10% off a lot, right? They give you 10% off during certain holidays, things like that. So if a company is wanting to sponsor you with only 10% off of a product, you might want to just leave them on red, right? And I have a lot of companies that end up doing that want to reach out to me and say, we'll give you 10% off or whatever. And I'm like, I don't respond. I don't see how you believe in me, but you're making me buy your product and make you money. That is not a partnership. I'm your customer at that point. Just because, like, you know, a company reaches out to you with a sponsorship opportunity doesn't mean you have to take it, right? To me, the way I go about it, and this is my mindset, like if I truly believe in the product and I want it to be a part of what I got going on my car, then of course I would definitely look into, I would definitely want to make something happen then. But if I don't want your product, don't like your product, I'm not going to take a sponsorship to get it for free, right? Like sponsors I got on my car, like Car Lock. I believe in car security. I believe in having a GPS tracker on your car. I fully back everything they're doing, and that's exactly what I need on my car, right? So that's why I really, you know, really rock with them and they rock with me. Also, I got Dyna Performance. They gave me a carbon fiber dash. I'm gonna show y'all in case y'all haven't been here before. I'm gonna show y'all carbon fiber dash. Y'all can see that, and the overlays here. Now, it may not pick up on camera, but this is really carbon fiber weave all in there, right? It's got carbon fiber weave with epoxy over it. So they hooked me up with that, and like I said, that's something I like the product. It looks great, and they, you know, really hooked me up with that. So you don't have to jump at every sponsorship, man. Look out for yourself. Work with the company that you like, that has products you like. And the reason I say, you know, you should take, you know, only work with companies you want to work with that you actually like. It doesn't make sense for you to, you know, be sponsored by a brand or a product and you don't like their products. Like, you're just wasting your time and their time, really. So my main thing with this video is when it comes like to companies and brands and sponsorships and stuff like that that I work with, my main thing is like, I'm not going out looking for sponsors. I'm not saying I want free stuff and things like that. Now, if there's a product that really intrigues me and I think it will go great with my build and what I'm willing to do with my car, then of course I definitely will want to work with that company. But it's not, you know, sponsors not make or break me. I definitely want to, you know, if it's right and it's something that I can definitely agree on with the company that wants to work with me, cool, great, let's do that. Let's make something happen, right? But other than that, if it's something I don't really believe in or agree with, then of course I won't work with that company. So I just want to talk about that. Like I said, I got a lot of questions about it in my DMs and whatnot, so I definitely want to get some education out there. Main thing is, you know, don't settle for a sponsorship that's not going to benefit you in any way. Make sure there's benefits on both sides. Like I said, some of these companies don't want to sponsor you. They don't want to work with you. All they want for you is to buy their stuff, and that's it. They don't care about anything else, right? So keep that in mind as, you know, some of these companies are reaching out to you and things like that. There's some scams out there, like I said. But let me know if you have any more questions. Feel free, drop a comment below. I'll definitely get back to you. As always, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'll catch you on the next video. We're out. Cut it.